What's up, guys? I am learning so much here. I'm currently at Chris's house, and he runs a really big eBay store. Not the biggest, obviously. There are bigger ones, because this is in a house. There's eBay stores that run out of like thousands of square foot warehouses. Different situation, right? But it is so cool to see something scaled like this, especially as somebody who's used eBay a lot. I originally started as a physical seller and then moved on to drop shipping, right? So I didn't have any inventory at that point, but it's just so cool and really exciting. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how his process works, where he gets his items, how much he spends, that kind of stuff, okay? So first off, let me explain what these bins behind me are. These are posted items, right? You can see that they all have labels. So this, for example, is box C91. And then if we take something out of this box, one, you can see that it's wrapped in plastic. It's in a plastic bag. That is the easiest way to quickly determine the difference between the tons of items that aren't listed and the items that are listed. It's a quick distinction. It also makes it easy to put the items together because they don't stick to one another. The plastic helps them slide around, right? And so what you're going to find is that on most of the packages, maybe not on this one actually, there are labels on the bottom of the shoe. I picked a bad one. Here we go. And if you look at the label right there, see that sticker? So in the eBay title, there's a string of characters. In this case, this says 0263, location C94. So when the item sells on eBay, in the title it says C940623 or something like that, right? So then you know, okay, this item sold, it's in bin C94, and I'm looking for item 6923 or whatever it was, right? So that's how he processes items once they're sold. But there's so many more items in the house that just haven't even been listed yet. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing because I'm really trying to help bring value because like I absolutely want to visit and be around this environment again. It's so awesome. It's easy. It's giving me so much momentum and it's just really cool to talk to Chris. He's a fun person to talk to, has so much valuable insight and is an individual who like I absolutely would like to be more like and learn a lot from. He's really inspired me and motivated me and I really value that relationship, right? So what I've been doing is clearing out this garage space. This is a 3-car garage, so I'm just in one section of it right now. And we're about to go to his car, and then you'll see the inventory, right? So Chris goes to department stores, and look at this. This car is just loaded with stuff, see? Whole trunk, and then if you look, it's overflowing. Isn't that insane? Like, I opened the door and stuff fell out. You couldn't put more inventory into this car, right? So he goes to department stores and then has developed relationships with the people there. So they know he's coming and he just buys all of their returned goods, essentially. And there is so much there. Like, the American economy is very consumerist, especially in California. People spend so much money on clothes and shoes, and they just like, a lot of them just return the stuff. And the department stores don't have a good, efficient system for like reselling it themselves. So they just mark it down and sell it for cheaper, right? So as a reseller, you can buy it, increase the price, and still be selling it for like a little bit cheaper than it would cost if they were to go out to the store and buy it themselves, which is crazy, right? And you can be earning like really good money on each sale. This isn't like drop shipping where you earn like 5 or 10% of the purchase price. There are times that you can get like 40, 50 bucks of profit from like a $160 sale. It's really, really solid. So, and that's actually kind of low. Sometimes it's even more than that. But Chris told me that he spends about $4,000 to $7,000 on inventory per weekday, right? So it's the weekend right now, so he hasn't gone out and grabbed stuff. This is actually from Friday? Or no, he grabbed this stuff yesterday. Yeah, so he'll spend between $4,000 and $7,000 on new inventory each day that he does go out and get it. And it took him like 3 hours to go get it. It's so cool because when I sold on eBay, I struggled so much with going out to buy stuff and reselling it, but I understand what I was doing wrong now. I was just like finding individual people and buying stuff on Craigslist and then reselling it. But you could just buy stuff from department stores that have so much volume. like 40% of things that are sold online are clothing. And that's really interesting to me, because as a drop shipper, I always avoided clothing and shoes and stuff because of all the size differences. But apparently it's one of the biggest industries. So that kind of seems a bit silly now looking back. Like, of course there's a little bit of headache with things, but that's how any income stream works. You identify the headache, you make a system to deal with the headache goes away, right? So what I'm doing now is moving the latest inventory back into the garage, okay? And this is where it's gonna be stored until it is listed, processed, put in bins, and then stored back into the garage or in other places in the house. Right now, he's trying to develop more systems so that essentially like items don't get touched multiple times and these kind of things. But at the moment, the items go into the garage and then they go upstairs into the posting room, and then they go back into the garage to get stored in the other section. Because you can see that I was just in that garage, but there's actually that whole bay there. That's where all of the storage bins for the posted items are. Whereas this is kind of where new inventory goes into, just because you can get it out of the car and then just throw it in, right? And I figured I'd just do this quick video. I'm trying to do as many informative, useful videos for you guys as I can while that I'm here, because there's so much opportunity and access to information. And especially with reselling, like Chris doesn't care that I'm doing these videos. He encourages me because it's not like there's some big secret. It's not like if people like do this as well, then he's gonna lose out on his inventory. The American economy is crazy and people buy so many clothes and shoes, that isn't gonna change, right? He can literally, it takes him like 2 or 3 hours to fill a car like that. Isn't that insane? Like, it's not, like for him, finding inventory isn't even a problem at all. It's a matter of how do you post everything? How do you deal with the logistics of all of that? Like, there isn't a limitation on getting inventory. And that's really interesting because whenever I sold on eBay, I was always so much more casual about it. And like, I would drive to pick up one item or like a lot of like 12 items or something. But looking back, like I could have just gone to the mall and like talked to the people there and bought all of their returns. Like, that seems so much easier. Like, you know, it's really, really awesome. And like every day I'm learning new things and really valuable stuff here. So I want to share as much of it as I can with you guys, because I understand that recently I haven't been doing a whole lot of these kind of informative videos, and really these are the reason that people watch my YouTube channel, right? So yeah. All right, guys. See you next time. Ciao.